Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my long overdue makeup rehab update. Today I am going to be going through all of the makeup products that I have recently brought into my collection since my last makeup rehab update, as well as all of the products that I have used up. If you are new to my makeup rehab series, I will leave my introduction link down below that will have all of the information on how I am currently running my makeup low buy, sort of like, kind of like a game, at least a game in my head. That'll be linked down below in case you want to check that out. Otherwise, I'll try and give a brief explanation here in just a minute. My friend Emily is also doing something similar on her channel this year, so I will also leave her channel and her playlist linked down below. I love watching her updates, so if you like content like this, definitely go check Emily out. But if you're interested in seeing my makeup rehab for the month of August slash like beginning weeks of September, now that we are so late into September, now I feel like I need to push my next update way late into October. But if you're interested in what I brought in and what I've used up, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, or you just like to chit chat about makeup, I would love if you would consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Alright you guys, I am testing out a new eyeshadow palette today and I am not digging it. Like, it's just, the mattes are not good. It's the Tinkerbell palette from ColourPop and I was let down. I tried to save the look with like some single shadows, but I just don't feel like I'm feeling my eye makeup, but that's okay. Alright, if you are new to this series, at the beginning of the year I decided to do a makeup low buy this year, but I didn't want to do it in terms of like dollar value. I didn't want to give myself a goal of spending under $1,000, but it was more about the actual like number of products that I was bringing into my collection. So at the beginning of the year, I decided that I wanted to give myself a goal of only bringing in 36 additional products into my collection that I purchased this year. So I don't count PR products and I don't count gifts towards that 36 number, just makeup products specifically, not skincare, hair care, just makeup specifically. Also excluding eyeshadow palettes. I have so many different rules, but it's my whatever. So just makeup products, 36 is the amount that I wanted to bring in, and for every makeup empty, that kind of like canceled out like a purchase. Like I do in all of my makeup rehab updates, I'm first going to go through all of the products that I brought into my collection since my last update, and then we'll go through all of the makeup products that I used up, all of my makeup empties, and we're going to start with PR. So if you're not interested in the PR portion of this, I will link a timestamp where we get into all the products that I personally have purchased for myself. I do have more PR products than I normally have, so I'll try and get through them as quickly as possible, but I want to start with my most exciting box possibly that I've ever received. I'm so excited about this one. So Skylar Clean Beauty sent over this super generous package. I was actually like blown away when I got this. And the box is so adorable. It says Dream and Clean, and they included this really nice sleep mask with it, which I love these sleeping masks. This one is a really nice satin material and my husband always steals mine, so I was so excited to get this and I've used it every single night since I've got this package. But I was really excited to try out Skylar fragrances and I was really surprised. They sent over 3 of their full-size fragrances, or 3 full sizes of their fragrances, and then they also sent over the Discovery set, which is this right here. So the 3 scents that they sent over, I'll start with my favorite, which is this one right here. This is an Isle Escape, and the notes in this are bergamot, cardamom, and sandalwood. It just has this really like clean, beachy sort of scent to it. I wish I had this for the summertime, but it does smell like one of those scents that really kind of will work all year round, and I just think it's so nice. I love the packaging on this too. I think it's so beautiful. The lid is like super sturdy and just everything about this feels like such a luxurious experience. Next up I have Pink Canyon, which is probably the one that I've worn the most thus far. The notes in this one are grapefruit, pink salt, and cedar. This one is really interesting and I feel like this makes a really good fall scent, but I also feel like this would be a really good spring scent as well. I sprayed this in, so random, but I sprayed this in my hair yesterday before I put it in a messy bun, and when I took my bun out at night, it was like I got this really strong scent of this again. So I do feel like the scent lasts, at least on me personally. I know it changes from person to person, but I feel like the scent has a good like lasting power on me, which I have been impressed by too. The third scent that they sent over was the Vanilla Sky scent, and this is such a good fall winter scent. So the notes in this are cappuccino, pure vanilla, and caramelized cedar. It says layers well with their, oh, it also gives you on the box different scents that these will layer well with, which is really interesting. I love that. Ooh, I love to also mix scents, so that's super fun. And then the Discovery set comes with 5 little samples, the 3 that I just mentioned, and then also Salt Air and Capri Summer, and it just comes in this cute little set like this. Before we move on, I'm actually gonna put a little bit of Pink Canyon on myself right now. I love to like douse myself in perfume. Is anyone else like that? Like, I like to smell myself all day. It smells so good. These also, like, they just display super beautifully, and I'm so happy with these. So I will leave a link for these down below in case you're interested in checking them out. I want to say the full size is like $80 or $88, which I actually feel like is pretty decent for a fragrance. You are getting 1.7 fluid ounces. I'm not a fragrance junkie, so I guess I don't know if that's like how that compares to other price fragrances, but I just always, whenever I think of perfume, I just think of very high price tags. I'll try not to spend too much time like reviewing everything that I'm talking about. You can check out my next makeup monthly review video that will be going up hopefully beginning of October if you're interested in hearing more thoughts on this. But I was just so excited about the Skylar box, I had to share a little bit more about that. Dr. Dennis Gross also sent over a couple of skincare products. These are new to his line. They asked me some of my skin concerns, and I let them know like things that I was interested in possibly correcting within my like skin or skincare routine, and they sent over these 3 products. So up first I have the Retinol overnight texture peel pads. So these guys right here, I have tried all of these products thus far, and I've actually been pretty impressed. Sometimes I'm not the biggest fan of the Dr. Dennis Gross products I've tried. I just don't necessarily think they're worth it, but I've been a fan of all 3 of these. The other one is the overnight wrinkle treatment, which has been really nice. Really intense. I only use that once a week, but I have really enjoyed that. And then I think my favorite so far is the triple correction eye serum. So I've been really excited to integrate these into my skincare routine. And then Clarins also sent over their entire range of their new lip oil shimmers. So the Clarins lip oils are some of my absolute favorite lip oils, are my favorite lip oil formula on the market. So I was really excited about the new lip oil shimmers, although I'm someone who would probably prefer a non-shimmer to a shimmer, but I was really excited to try the formula regardless. There were 8, I believe, that they sent over, possibly 7. One of them is at my desk at work. And I just reviewed these in my most recent already posted monthly makeup roundup, so if you're interested, I'll leave that link down below. I would say, like, I would personally just go with the original oil over the shimmer, but if you're into a shimmer, these are really nice. So I added quite a few lip products to my lip collection with these. And then the last PR product I have to share is Glossy Boxes. I want to say this was their birthday box. They sent this over for me to unbox on my channel, so I'll just share really quick what came in this box. First up, I have a sample pack of the Moroccan Oil Hydration Shampoo and Conditioner, which I'm actually really excited to try out. I love Moroccan Oil, and I have yet to try their shampoo and conditioners to my knowledge, and my hair needs all the hydration it can get. They also sent over the Cetaphil Sheer Hydration Replenishing Body Lotion, which I'm so excited about because I've been taking moisturizing my body very seriously this year, and I will put lotion on at least day and night, sometimes midday as well. I've been like obsessed with moisturizing my body, so I was really excited to get a full-size lotion. Also, there is a little travel size of the Glow Recipe Blueberry Bounce Gentle Cleanser. I have used this in the past, and it wasn't my favorite cleanser by any means, but it's always nice to have a little travel cleanser for traveling or just I'm using up on its own. Also, the LMS Pro Collagen Marine Cream Anti-Wrinkle Day Cream. I have never had an LMS product that I did not like, so I'm really excited to use this guy. Also from Hask, I have their Keratin Protein Smoothing Deep Conditioner. I think I've tried just about every hair mask pack from Hask, and I think that they're really good for a really good price. So I'm really excited to have this in my hair care routine, or get to use that. And then also just a little pack of the Invisibobble hair bands, just a 3-pack, which is really exciting because you can never have enough hair bands, especially because my daughter always steals mine from me now as well. And then I missed this one as well from KAB. Is it just Cab Beauty? I have their lip oil, which you can never go wrong with a lip oil. This looks like it's going to last a long time. I'm curious if it goes on sheer or this purple color. It looks like it's gonna go on sheer, which is really nice. I'll actually put some on my lips right now. I am currently trying to truly get through my Kaja Earhart, and this just does not stay on my lips, so maybe adding a lip oil will just make the lips look a little bit better today. We're gonna go for it. That's more comfortable than I was anticipating. For some reason, I just thought this was not gonna feel nice on the lips. Sometimes when you get a big doe foot applicator like that, it takes a little while for the product to sink in as well, but dang, that actually feels really nice. I think you can get this brand at Walmart, but I think it's more expensive at Walmart. Again, I could be wrong, but those are the products that I got in the glossy box. Those are all of the PR products that I received this month. So now let's get into the products that I purchased and brought into my collection. Oh, really quick, these are super dirty, but I also got Refer brushes in PR, which I thought I was gonna die when I received an email asking if they wanted me to send some over. Because I had just recently, within the last like 2 days, been looking at purchasing some Refer brushes, but was holding off. So I literally called my husband and was like, I think I might poop my pants. I'm so excited about this. And he was like, is this really what your life has come to? Like, you get excited over makeup brushes? And I'm like, do you even know me? These are just a few of their face brushes. They also sent over some of their eye brushes. I can't even describe to you how much I love these, and am just so impressed with the quality. So super excited about these. I will review those in my upcoming monthly makeup haul, so keep an eye out for that video. All right, in this section where I go through all the products that I brought in, I do like to start with makeup palettes, just because I like to show you guys what palettes I brought in, but I also don't count my palettes towards my like number. So it's a good place to start. So I brought in quite a few palettes this month. I did give myself a goal of only bringing in 3 palettes, and I failed. I brought in 4 palettes and 6 quads. So we failed a little bit this month, but that's okay. Up first, I was so excited to get to try Alien Cosmetics for the first time. I have had my eye on this brand, but never actually purchased from them. And it wasn't necessarily even the color story of this palette that sold me. It was the packaging on the front. I just like cannot get over how cute I think this packaging is. This is the Alien Cosmetics Not Normal palette, and it has this really beautiful, just grungy color story to it. I have created 2 looks with this palette, and the purple look that I created with this palette was one of my favorite looks I think that I've created all year. The quality in this is really, really nice. I know sometimes it's like a little bit nerve-wracking to try an indie brand for the first time, but I am so impressed. I love the quality, I love the color story, and I'm excited to continue to check out more from Alien Cosmetics. I did also pick up the Natasha Denona Retro Palette. Have not tried this yet, but wanted to quickly showcase this on my channel. I also picked up the NARS Climax Palette. I had had my eye on this since it released, and it was one of those things that I just could not get out of my mind. So I did decide to finally pick this up. I've only used this one time. Was not super impressed with the mattes the one time I used it, but I did really enjoy the shimmers. So we'll continue to play with that. The palette that's on my eyes today that I really struggled with is the ColourPop Tinkerbell palette. I think the shimmers in this one are really nice, but the mattes were garbage. More to come in my upcoming palette ranking video for the month, but not a huge fan of that. And then I did purchase 6 of the 12 Zodiac Sign quads from ColourPop. So I just went with the color stories that I liked, not necessarily my favorite signs. But thankfully I did like my own sign, which is a Taurus. So I got the Taurus, I got the Virgo, I got the Pisces, the Capricorn, I believe, yep, Capricorn, the Cancer, and the Peace, and the Libra. So I haven't played around with all of these. Not super impressed with a couple of the ones that I've already played around with. The Cancer specifically is the one that sticks out. I was really excited about the shimmer shades, and I just like was not as impressed when I was using them on my eyes. So more to come on that. Those are the palettes that I brought into my collection. Now let's get into the makeup products that I purchased this month. All right, guys, so I'll try and post right here information as I go along, so it's not just like word vomit at you with a bunch of numbers. But when I started this month, or since the last update, my bank account was at 17 credits, meaning that I could bring in 17 makeup items into my collection. And I have 8 makeup products that I brought into my collection this last month, 3 of them being foundation, which I'm gonna give up trying to say I'm not gonna buy foundation, because I have just loved testing new foundations the last 2 years really. Foundations and bronzers and blushes and highlights are like my favorite. I like to purchase everything basically. But anyway, let's start with the foundations. So I had purchased this like right at the tail end of my last update. Like, I feel like I've had this for a bit, and I've been using this for a bit. I actually reviewed this in my last makeup monthly review. Again, that video will be linked below. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum, and I purchased this in a really deep shade because my intention was to use this as a mixing foundation with some of my other foundations that were just too light for me as I was self-tanning and as I continue to self-tan, because I love self-tanning. And I thought this would be a good product because it was a foundation-like product, but also a serum-like product. And this is so beautiful. I want to get this in my like normal shade so that I can just wear this on its own and not just use this as a mixer. It is so thin, and I only have mixed this with other products, so I can't necessarily speak to how this looks as a standalone, but it works so well to mix with other foundations, and I have been a huge fan of this. I believe this retails for $19.99. I wrote it all down. Yay. $19.99. I will have the prices of everything and everything linked down below in my description as well. And then Sephora was recently running the 20% off foundations, and I was like, I suppose I could just grab the foundations that I've been eyeing rather than waiting for the Sephora VIB, because it's going to be the same like percentage off anyway. So I ended up picking up the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. I actually have this on my skin today, and it's the first time I've worn it today, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of obsessed. I think that this is so beautiful. Jamie Page was raving about this earlier this year, and ever since she was talking about this has been on my wish list. It's been in my Ulta basket as I walk around the Ulta store on numerous occasions, and I've always like somehow talked myself out of it. There are at least two instances I like actually put this into my basket while I walked around Ulta shopping, and then eventually talked myself out of it. I think this is so beautiful. I got mine in the shade, is it on here? I don't know if it's, I got mine in the shade CN70 Vanilla. I did want to get this in a self-tan shade, so it's a little bit deeper than if I'm like not self-tanned at all. But that is what I wanted. And then I also picked up, because I've been interested in this since it released, have not tried this one yet, the YSL New Bare Tint, and I picked mine up in the shade NU8. This retails for, I believe, $38, and this one $38, $42, something like that. But again, I did get mine on sale. I also picked up the Makeup Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Setting Spray. I was perusing through the drugstore section of Ulta and was looking for products for my Splurge or Save video. I will link that for you. Just looking at drugstore makeup, it's not always what speaks to me, but I was interested in just seeing what was up, and I thought that this might be like the Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray, but it actually is not at all. It just is like, it's not at all. And it smells like hairspray, so I'm not a huge fan of this. This is something I reviewed already on my channel. That video, again, linked. I sound like a broken record. Speaking of drugstore dupes, I picked up the NYX The Brow Glue. This is just okay in my opinion. I always want to review everything. Like, I just want to jump right into review when I need to just cool it, because I'm actually just sharing with you the products that I purchased. But the NYX Brow Glue retails for $8. I got this to see if it was a dupe to the ABH Clear Brow Gel. I did pick up the new Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer and Base. I've used this twice now and I'm not that impressed, you guys. Like, just letting you know right now, not that impressed. This retails for $24. I also couldn't resist, even though I told myself that I'm on a lip product no buy until the next Sephora VIB sale. I've been really good at using up lip products this year and pretty good at not bringing in a lot of lip products, with the exception of just receiving all of those clearance lip oils. But I wanted to get their one of their new shades, and this is in the shade Unzipped. It's a really beautiful nude shade, and I really like this shade. This and Jaws are my favorite shades. I feel like I love the Tower 28 so much, and to be honest, at half price, normally I would just buy Tower 28 over Kosas, but for this shade and Jaws, I think I kind of currently always want to have those two in my collection. I've been loving that. And this one retails for $22. Their normal lip oils, I want to say, retailed for $27 or $28. I want to say this also is supposed to be like a lip plumping one, but it doesn't sting at all. It just feels like their normal lip oil to me and has like a little bit of shimmer to it. And then with the ColourPop Tinkerbell palette, I did decide to also pick up the Super Shock in Fly to Your Heart, just because I've been really into these like pink shades this year, and I thought that this would be really beautiful, and it is. And the Super Shocks retail for $6, so I did decide to pick that up. And this is something, a single shadow will count, a single shadow like this will count against my makeup inventory numbers, or not makeup inventory, obviously makeup inventory, but my total bank credits. So like I said, I started with 17 bank credits. So like I said, I started with 17 total bank credits. I brought in 8 makeup products into my collection. 17 minus 8, I'll post all the info right over here, is 9 products currently in my beauty bank, which isn't enough for me currently. Just thinking about the things that I want to purchase during the Sephora VIB sale, I need to build my bank up. Do we think that the VIB sale is going to be at the end of September, beginning of October, or like end of October? Because I would love for it to be at the end of October, because I've got some work to do with my beauty bank. But that being said, let's go over the products that I emptied out, used up all of my makeup empties to increase that beauty bank for me. Okay, so jumping into the products that I used up, I have 2 setting sprays that I finished up. I feel like I've done a really good job at using setting spray up this year, but I also probably overused my setting spray. I mean, you guys just saw me spray the Makeup Revolution on my face. So first up, I have the Tower 28 SOS Save Our Skin spray. I love this stuff. I use this morning and night. I use it kind of as a skincare, but also kind of as like a first step makeup step. So I do like to use this in the morning after my skincare is done, but almost as like a makeup priming spray. So before I go in with my primer, I'll spray this, which is why I'm counting this in my makeup empties. This is something that I absolutely love having in my routine. I've gone through multiple bottles of this, and I do plan to repurchase this, but I will probably wait until the Sephora VIB sale. This retails for $28. And then I also finished up the Fenty What It Do Setting Makeup Refreshing Spray. This was nice. The sprayer on this was, I have like, of course I have probably like a couple of spritches left. Yeah, there. The sprayer was annoying in that I just felt like you got a super fine mist, which was nice, but I couldn't spray it like really fast, and for some reason that really annoys me. But you probably get more of a fine mist because it takes slower to spray. I don't know. Anyway, this retails for $30. This was nice, but not something I would repurchase. It gave a bit of a glow to the skin, but I prefer the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Setting Spray for a dewy look that also is going to help set my makeup. I also finished up the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I would use this as a face highlight, as a primer, as a skincare product, but I did use it quite a bit as a makeup primer or even as like a face highlighter on my cheeks. So again, some of these like combo products, that's why I'm including them in my makeup empties. This was really, really nice. I loved using this, and I think eventually I will repurchase this. But this is a product that I prefer in the spring, summertime. I really enjoy. So usually I do my eye makeup first, and I will put this on before I do my eye makeup, almost as like an extra hydrating step. I just always feel like my skin is so dry, so any hydration I can give it, I love to give it. And then sometimes I would even go over top with another primer. But in the winter time, I just have a different routine, and I feel like I don't need to immediately go out and repurchase this, but I do anticipate that this will join my collection again someday, and that retails for $34. I think they also just came out with something very similar to that, but I don't know if it's like can be used. I don't know. And I think they came out with something similar. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is a spoiler for my upcoming Partners in Cream, but I did finish up my Nude Sticks Nudies All Over Glow. This was in the shade Sweet Peach Peony. I even tried to dig a little bit. Like obviously it's less than flat. I tried to dig a little bit, but I only care to go so far. I don't care to use up every last single drop of this. This is another thing. I think I'll purchase this in the full size come next spring. I just love this shade. There is something about this shade in this formula I think is so nice, especially on days that I'm not doing like a full-blown routine and I'm not planning to use powder or anything like that. This offers just such a beautiful dew and glow to the skin, and I just loved this. It was very fun, very easy to use. And this, I can't remember how I came up with this calculation, but I have written down $8.33 for this little traveler size. I have 2 black liquid liners that I am finally calling it on. So I have the Kat Von D Tattoo Dagger liner, and this, like, it'll be black for like a couple of strokes, and then all of a sudden it'll just be completely dried out. So I'm just gonna call this one, although now that I do that, it looks like very black. I hate when this happens. Should I keep trying to use it? No, the last time I used this, it died very quickly. So we're gonna count that as an empty, and this I don't have written down, of course. Gosh, what did these retail for? Like 20? I'll have it linked down in my description box, what I found for the actual price. And then I finished up a little tattoo liner. This was the Trooper Black. This is obviously just a little traveler mini. This one is, yeah, again, it comes off like black, but then after just a few strokes, I feel like it's already dried out. So I'm just gonna call this one. I still have a few black liners in my collection that I'm trying to get through. I have actually really enjoyed using a black liquid liner on my upper lash line this year, not necessarily for wings, but just like on my upper lash line. So having 1 or 2 black liquid liners in my collection going forward will be really nice. But I have had many of these sitting in my collection for so long from different subscription services, etc. So I'm happy to be moving some of them out of my collection. Speaking of products from subscription services, I also finished up this brow pencil from Real Her. This is the I Am Strong Definer Brow Pencil. This was fine, nothing remarkable, and this retails for $28, which I think is just astronomically priced for this eye pencil. I am interested in picking up the Benefit Give Me Brow, and I want to try some other drugstore brow pencils. So if you guys have recommendations, leave them down below. Up until like the last few months, I really have just done like an eyeshadow or an eyebrow powder in my eyebrows the last couple of years, but I've really been getting into eye pencils, which is kind of annoying because it's like it's extra money I'm spending, but I've really enjoyed using eye pencils. So I am almost through. I think I'm working on my last eye pencil currently in my collection, so leave your recommendations down below for me. I also finished up an eyeliner, which I'm super excited about. I usually don't finish many eyeliners in a year. This one is from Milk Makeup, and it's in the shade PTO. Again, like, I'm not going to scrape an eyeliner out, but this is very flat and it's all the way twisted up. It was a really beautiful kind of holographic purple sort of shade. I've had this for a couple of years, and while I like Milk Makeup's eyeliner formula, I think that there are many less expensive alternatives that are just as good. So this is not something I would repurchase, and I think they only sell a couple of shades. This is one of the shades I think you can still get. I'm also currently trying to work my way through their bonus eyeliner, and I have finished up another eyeliner from them in the past. I go through their eyeliners quickly for some reason, but that retails for $22. I also finished up my ABH brow gel. I took the stopper out of this and everything. This is so messy. I took the stopper out way too early, and to be honest with you, I don't think I'll ever take the stopper out of a brow glue ever again, because it was just the messiest thing ever. This retails for $22 as well. This is something I will probably repurchase. I am interested in trying a couple other brow gels. I think Makeup by Mario just released one that comes with like no product. I was interested in buying that, but then everyone in the comments was like, this is not worth it for the amount of product that you're getting. I'm currently using the NYX brow glue that I hauled. I don't love it, so I'm also in search of a great clear brow gel, but I do think the ABH one is really good. And then to finish it up, I have 4 lip products. Like I said, I've been doing really well in the lip product category, just finally going back through my lip product collection and finishing things off that I've been working on for so many years. I've been wearing something on my lips pretty much at all times of the day, except for I am wearing a mask again at work. So maybe I'm wearing lip products a little bit less than I was in the summer, but I have a long commute to work and I am like constantly applying stuff to my lips. So I feel like I've done a really nice job getting through specifically like lip glosses this year. So you guys, I finally finished up my Marc Jacobs Sugar Sugar lip gloss. I have had this for a disgusting amount of time. Like, this was very, very expired, but I never had any reaction to it and it was beautiful. This I believe retailed, when I purchased this, I think it retailed for $28. They may have gone up to $29, and now who knows what's happening with Marc Jacobs Beauty, but I'm excited to finish this off. You can see like there's so much windowing. Did I take the stopper out of this one? No, I didn't, because this one was just so old. I was like, I'm not even gonna mess with it. But I used so much of that and I'm happy to be done with that. And then my dog got into my little Empties bin and chewed this up, so the cap is falling off. But I had shared with you guys that I had finished the mini Dose of Colors lip gloss in, I forget which project pan this was in. I think my whole collection project pan, but I did finish this off, so this is an empty. I'm counting this guy as $5. I want to say I bought this in a set of 4 for the holidays for like 20 bucks-ish. So I'm just gonna count this as $4 and that'll be good. And then speaking of Dose of Colors lip glosses, I finished off a full-size Dose of Colors lip gloss. My sticker came off, but I wanna say this was in the shade On Repeat. I did not take the stopper out of this because I use this so much. Look what happened to my little wand. My little paddle fell off. I use this so much. This was truly the never-ending lip gloss. You can see like there's windowing on the side, and then as I like look into this, I mean, I could maybe get a little bit more gloss out, but there is just, other than like what is just coating the edges, there's really nothing left in this. My paddle fell off. It's too much of a hassle to try and get lip gloss on this, and I use this constantly for like a good 4 months, constantly. This was my car lip gloss for the most part. I put this on all of the time. By far the longest lasting lip gloss I think that I have ever owned or recall using. So such a bang for your buck. I loved this shade as well. It was a really beautiful kind of mid-toned nude shade, and these retail for $17. And then I also finished up this little NARS lip balm, which, did I include this? Yes, I included this in my list. This I have as retailing for $11. I got this in a set with another lip color. I did not scrape it out because I just do not care to like dig my nail in and scrape it out, and it's just, I'm not doing that. But I am counting this as an empty. I got this in a set with another lip product, which I believe was $22, which is why I'm counting this as $11. And after that, those are all of my makeup empties for the month. So I did end up using up 12 makeup products this month, and we will go back to this little diagram over here. We started at 17. We decreased by 8 products, which brought us down to 9, but then we used 12 products up, which is gonna bring us to 21 products in my beauty bank, which I actually feel really good about, because I feel like this is like a solid number to go into the rest of the year with, hopefully. I know my last Sephora VIB sale was a little bit crazy. We brought a lot of products in, but as it stands, I'm feeling really good about where my beauty bank is, thinking about the Sephora VIB sale, and hopefully, fingers crossed, not bringing in too much makeup before then. I have not been super inspired or motivated to purchase makeup because I have not been wearing a lot of makeup lately. Going back to wearing masks at work, I was like, I just do not feel like wearing a full face of makeup right now with a mask over it. I don't know, it just like killed my makeup joy for a little bit. which is totally fine. But that is where we are at. That is where we're at with this makeup rehab update. I don't think I'll be posting, I'll probably post my next one after like the next 3 weeks. So it'll be a little bit shorter amount of time in between this update and the next. So keep your eye out for that, maybe mid-October. I do have my updated makeup inventory coming, and I'll be really curious to see where we're at in that makeup inventory. If I feel like I still have a bunch of categories that are super out of control, or if I feel like my overall number of makeup products still in my collection is out of control, then maybe I'll have to rethink how I want to count like gifts and PR, and maybe I'll have to start counting that towards my makeup inventory. I don't know. I don't know how I feel, but I will update you guys on that in the next makeup rehab update. But for now, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Leave me your comments down below. Are you currently doing anything like this? Are you tracking your spending, tracking how much you're bringing in? I would love to know. Again, don't forget to check out Emily's channel and her video if you're interested in more content like this. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.